Sorry.
You're good.
Diane, you mentioned the scout that you watched in this Princeton team. They're obviously changed quite a bit when Madison St. Rose, one of the key guards, went down. In the footage that you scouted after that, what changes did you see in how they do what they do?
Well, to be honest with you, others stepped up, and so, Chia and Biker, they stepped up, and I saw Chia get more confident in herself and in her shots, and so we knew that coming in without St. Rose, we knew Chia was the second best, and she started to really play some basketball. She's a really good basketball player, and poised, so we knew we had to concentrate on her to slow down the offense.
How good of a measuring stick are they for your team? Because they become now one of the better teams in this part of the country, even though they're not in a major conference.
Correct. And they are a tournament team every year. So they've won the Ivies 7 years in a row. They're always a tournament team, and they run their stuff and they do it very well. For us, we made this schedule so that we would be challenged, and they definitely came in and challenged us. Again, they're a good team, but we saw that we could play with them in the second half, which means we could have played with them all game, and we've got to change that.
You kind of cut it to 3 in the second quarter, and they go on that 12 run to end. What was just your, kind of telling your team like after that, just in the locker room?
Well, in the locker room post game?
Or at halftime?
Oh, at halftime.
Yeah.
No, we knew that we had to play tougher defense, and we had to make shots. And we've had some woes shooting the ball lately, but I know always our defense turns into offense, and so we had to ratchet up our defense so that it could turn to offense, and that's exactly what happened. We started to get steals and turnovers and turned them over, and we scored, and that gave us the confidence to knock down shots.
Kind of instant confidence, and it's hard not to mention, Terry East, who, was quiet most of the game, only a point, and then kind of take off in the fourth quarter. Was it just another thing, just like telling her, like, okay, it's time to step up now?
Yeah, well, I don't know why she does this, but she's one of those players that gets motivated when it gets really tough, and I want her to do all of that in the beginning, but she's one of those players that when it gets tough and somebody punches you in the mouth, then she steps up. So we got to change that. Maybe I should punch her in the mouth in the locker room before the game. I'm just kidding.
As you kind of see like more and more freshmen start to get playing time, how have you kind of looked at that and been impressed with them, or just your thoughts on how they performed so far in the season?
Yeah, we've been giving them opportunities to do that, and you saw Sedano come in today, and her number got called. She came in with energy, and that impresses me. When you come in with energy, you're gonna get on the floor, and when you play defense, and she came and did that today. We saw, a couple of our freshmen, Savannah Curry has done the same thing. So we're trying to get them in the games now so that when we get into conference, they'll be more confident, and we'll be confident in them as well.
You kind of talked about T struggling in the beginning of the game. What does it kind of mean to have, she was struggling, that Kayla was able to step up, that last game against Richardson, and this was able to step up? What does it kind of mean to have other players, even though your best scorers, maybe once you get the ball in the basket, you have other players that can step up?
Yeah, that's the good thing, Ryan, is that we have that equal opportunity offense, and we want everybody to be able to score and have the confidence to score, so that if one or two are having an off game or they're being double teamed, then others can step up. And so it's good for me as a coach to see that other people will step up when we need to.
And you kind of talked about the defense. Even though the shots may not be going in the basket, you guys are always being the first runners. Had 18 today,
Yeah.
3 or 4 games this year, we forced 20 or more. But you kind of just telling your players during this, especially freshman reform, tell them on the defensive end.
Yeah, and our defense, I find that when we play pressure defense, it kind of amps us up a little bit, and it gives us a little confidence. When you can steal the ball, we turned them over 18 times and had 16 points off their turnovers. So we're scoring off their turnovers, which means we're scoring off our defense.
And you kind of talked about it earlier with Princeton being a tournament team. This is now the third team that you played this year with that has had postseason experience. Even though you guys haven't been able to pick a win up yet, you guys have hung up with these teams and had the confidence to kind of come back. How telling is that for your squad?
Yeah, it's good, and I knew that making this schedule, that if we can withstand some of this, and quite honestly, the games that we lost, we were close. So if we can withstand this non-conference schedule, I think that will put us in a good position for conference.
How big is Saturday for?
Because it's,
Yeah.
it's big for the Big Five.
Yeah.
And, you know, the Big Five for women, or Big Six now, for women has really, they've shown a light on it. And so it is important for us to represent Temple and represent us well in this tournament and give us bragging rights.
How, I mean,
But the
to
game
win
is
it,
Sunday, right?
to win it, and then, I don't wanna be presumptuous and say be in the final, but you know what I mean to get to the final.
Yeah, yeah.
What it would mean to be in that game specifically.
Yeah, it will be